Welcome back for the guys contest, the interperiod one. Now I've got Reese Hardy begging for a phone charger, so if anybody's in the building has a phone charger, come to the student section. Let Reese Hardy know she needs a phone charger. So if you feel bad for her, she's got 3%. So if somebody's got a phone charger they're willing to let Reese borrow, come see us at the broadcast table, I guess. Since apparently I work for Reese now, I got a whole stack of announcements she's wanting to read out to the community. But you know what? They're having fun with it, Kurt. And we're joined by the Honorable Perry Owens of El Reno High School.
How are you?
Got your notes with you?
Do what?
Got your notes with you?
Yes. Yep.
All right.
Number 5, Jack Wilkerson.
Jack Wilkerson, the second of the Guthrie 5 tonight.
Number 11.
Number 3, the first.
Clark.
Number 11, Alex Clark for Guthrie.
Number 13, Braden Morgan.
Number 13, Braden Morgan, the
Number 34,
fourth of 5.
Tilly.
And 34, Mason Tilley. He's got the, I refer to him as the mulleted big man from
And now,
Guthrie.
for your El Reno Indians.
And it's time for the starting 5 for your El Reno Indians. And starting at guard, the freshman Carter Romando, wearing number 1.
Number 4, Matthew Topa.
The junior Matt Topai. We've seen Matt struggle a little bit from three-point land the last couple of games. We'll look for him to get back on his sharp shooting ways. And Dominic Haver in the floor general. The 14, Evan Romanos, the elder of the Romanos duo. And 35.
And number 35, James Ravellis.
And James Ravellis rounding out the first 5. They're coached by Rodney Hayden. He's assisted by Tyler Hill, Briar Workman, Gavin Beavers, and Fred Slaughter. Raylan Kuba, Micah Woods, Michael Lump, Math, the managers. He also serves as the athletic director. Alex Bray, head athletic trainer. High school principal Tim Pounds. He's assisted by Eric Bilderback and Perry Owens. And superintendent of schools Craig McVeigh. I went to ask Patty about it. She said not to take it.
Okay.
And we're ready to get underway here at Jinx Simmons is Topai in the circle tonight, handling the tip-off duties against the mulleted tall man. Carter offenses the tip. He fights his way through, and Kurt was out sick for the last El Reno contest, so I know he joined us virtually, but this is the first time he's seen the Blue Jays in person this season. Dom's got to be careful with the one-handed skip pass there. Good job. Oh, and they say he stepped out of bounds, but good pass fake to split that double team and then attack on the baseline.
Yeah, you know, a good fast pace, good grief. A good pass fake makes a lot of things happen. It makes the defense move.
Good job by Topai to ride him all the way down, and ball pops loose, and Matt wrangles that one down after James challenges the offensive rebound. Good spin middle. Through traffic, it's going to be a block, and he'll shoot 2. I'll tell you what. So, Kurt, a couple of things I noticed about the mulleted big man, Mr. Tilley. He's wearing the old school Chuck Taylors. Haven't seen anybody playing those in a long time. Shoe technology's come a long way, but you know what? If he gets the job done, wear them.
Correct.
Secondly, he's 6'7", 6'6", big, strong fella. Don't take a charge. Go block a shot.
Right.
The odds of you winning that battle right there are pretty slim.
Yeah. This early in the game.
Yeah, this early in the game.
Yeah.
2 for 2. Topai goes. Put the Indians on the board first. 2-0. But a big foul for the Indians there. It gets the big fella with 1.
Yeah, and you know their coach would much rather have him on the floor than on the bench.
Good job by James. He called himself off before the collision.
That was a good job.
Traveling violation? Yes.
Very nice quick hands by Carter right there.
Yep.
And if you notice what he did, if you're watching there and joining us, he backpedaled.
Yep.
If he would have held his ground, he probably would have had a foul called on him, but as it was, he backpedaled, and that gave him room.
That's going to be out of bounds. Oh, no, his last touch by number 5. I thought Evan just lost it going down. Looks like 5 stuck his right hand in and poked it loose. Carter's going to throw it in from the end of the Guthrie bench. Back to Evan between the circles. Good post up by James. Held ball, and that jump ball is going to go in favor of
Guthrie is looking to
Guthrie.
trap in the corner, and we definitely cannot get down in there.
No, and the last time these two met at Guthrie, right after Christmas break, it was or right before one, I forget, it all runs together. Anyway, last time they met, hard-fought battle. El Reno won it, but it was a back-and-forth contest most of the night.
Yes.
Neither team was able to really pull away and get much of a lead, and El Reno hung on at the end in a free throw shooting contest.
Good idea by Dom right there. Just missed him a little bit. And James goes down.
Yeah, I think James just got twisted around himself.
Okay.
30. Yeah, he was trying to turn and backpedal, and he tripped over his own foot there. Happens to the best of us and the worst of us. 30-second timeout called by Coach Hayden will stay right here. El Reno leads 2-0 in what has been a fairly slow first quarter.
Correct.
Compared to the girls' game, girls came out and ran. And Coach Hayden right now with this group, he can run, but I don't know that he has to. He's okay slowing down, playing in the half court.
Yes.
15-second horn buzzes.
That was a taxing, tough, emotional game that they played last night. Back and forth, nice runs. Unfortunately, at the buzzer, got beat and have been beaten in overtime a couple of times, few points a couple of times. And
good cover by Dom on the edge.
But I've said it before, they're going to be a tough out when it comes to the playoffs.
Yep.
Nobody is looking forward to having them.
And Topai did a good job of fighting through a triple ball screen.
Excellent job right there.
Yep. Good
Lead
job by
pass,
Carter
perfect.
to Evan to Topai in transition off the glass. El Reno's up 4-0.
Go 5 for 2.
Very good job by the Guthrie Blue Jay not to pick up a cheap foul right there too as well.
Long three by Guthrie, nearly airballed short. Topai with the rebound off and running, finds Carter quickly down the floor. Carter attacks with his right hand, gets some contact. Blocked it. How that's not a foul, Kurt, I don't know. Big fella didn't let Carter land.
I think it was because Carter was already falling down.
Yeah.
And when he fell into him,
If you got a shot blocker, you can't be shooting runners. You got to go right at it, put the ball in his chin.
Correct.
Yep. Good job by Topai ripping that through. Dom nearly got picked on that pass there, but able to wrangle it down.
Now Guthrie not extremely tall on the perimeter, but
Carter
they are
from that
long
sweet
and
spot in the
rangy.
corner, and he knocks it down.
That is his shot. And he works hard to get it.
He does.
He does not just stand there and wait.
And that
he goes side to side on the floor, and great hands by Dom right there.
And they're going to set the big man, center of the free throw line. He's going to come off a double screen and roll to the near side.
Right, Zach, this is kind of the start that we had last night.
Yeah.
And we've just got to not get into foul trouble.
Three-point basket, good.
And not give up threes.
Topai in traffic, can't get it to go, but James picks up the rebound, offensive rebound up and in. El Reno back on top. This time, or still on top rather, 9-3, 6 points the lead.
Any young post player can learn from James. He got on the offside board and got the offensive rebound and 2 points.
Absolutely. Dribble handoff, guarded by Dom. Good job by Topai. Righty drive coming, Topai blocks it. James wrangles it, back to Matt. He's going to lead the break.
And Topai is eyeing somebody, I thought.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Yes.
And that's, if you're Topai, and that's the big fella trying to take a charge. And again, He's probably coached to do that, but I just don't like it when my biggest man on the floor is my primary charge taker.
Right.
I mean, he already threw Carter 3 rows deep once.
Yes.
I don't understand why he's in there trying to take charges. Challenge shots at the basket.
Yeah, one of the things I would have liked to seen out of Matthew right then is to kick it out because he had Carter and then an extra pass, and they had Dom wide open in the corner.
That foul on Matt, his team's first. And actually the...
Very nice play by number 11 for the Blue Jays. And very smart by Carter not to pick up a cheap foul right there.
Right. Good job by James. He creates some space. He's going to drive and over 2, gets the finger roll.
Very good
11-5. El Reno still leads. He split the double team there.
Yes, that was nice.
Dom nearly got it. Long 3. But good job understanding his cover there by James. Close enough to challenge it, but not so close as to give up a drive, and then he's going to draw the foul. They're saying it was on the pass.
Yeah, and I like what Matthew was doing right there. He wasn't going to try to force a layup. He saw James on the offside, and he was going to kick it over. Great job.
That call against number 5, his team's second. James to Evan, Evan to Carter. Carter tees it up from the high right wing and gets it to go. 3 ball.
Great shot. Just a beautiful stroke by Carter. Now we pull the double team. Great call by Coach Hayden right there on defense.
Yeah, good job by Topai. He finds Carter teeing up. Same spot, far corner,
Feet
sweet
set,
spot.
hands
Gets it to
ready,
go.
and 3. Ring it up.
3 for 3. Carter opens the contest. 30-second timeout taken by Guthrie. We'll stay right here. Just like that, El Reno out onto a 17-5 lead.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not been to a game, we need El Reno Indian Nation to join us. When is our next game, Zach?
Yeah, Friday night we'll be at Carl Albert, home of the Titans. Come out early. It's an early release day for the kids. So tell you what, before you leave, log on to elrenoindians.tv about 2:30. We're going to bring you the Teacher of the Year presentation.
That's
and we
right.
want to recognize those educators for their hard work.
Yes.
So watch that. Head on down when that's over. Grab your bite to eat down there on Restaurant Row on Southeast 29th. You're only about 3 miles from Carl Albert at that point. Head to Post Road, go north somewhere between Southeast 15th and Southeast 29th.
Yes.
You'll run into the Carl Albert Palace standalone building. Can't miss it. The big integrated CA logo up on the side of the building. Be there for the girls' game at 3:45. Boys JV to follow, and then the varsity game will throw up at 6.
Or make a day of it and come and watch the JV kids play,
Exactly.
and they do a great job too.
Good challenge by James.
And they love it when they have a crowd.
Oh, absolutely. We were talking to one of the boys' JV players before the varsity game started, and he said, oh, and another 3 by Carter. He opens the night 4 for 4. And he was tickled pink. He said, the JV played really good today. I even got some playing time, and that goes back to what you and I said earlier. Every minute matters, no matter where you get it.
Great hustle by Dom and Matthew.
Yeah, you can't give that up, though, by Evan. If you're beat, just give the layup up.
Just give the layup up. Yeah, you've got a 6'7" guy that can elevate like number 34.
And you're on a run.
Yeah.
You function, even if you just give up that layup, it keeps your run alive. It keeps the momentum moving. It keeps the game moving.
Yeah. Tilly at the line for Guthrie.
This will be his first trip to the free throw line, and Guthrie to make a substitution. 32 standing at the table to check in. It looks like some sort of issue with Trey Davis. Trey Davis checked in and then came right back out. Maybe blood on the jersey, I'm not sure. Oh, no, his undershirt's the wrong color. Yeah, he had a blue undershirt on. It's got to be white.
You're correct.
I just happened to catch his one around the corner.
Yeah. Good catch.
I'm the only person in the building other than the referees who got it, too. Coach Hayden was aware, I'm willing to bet. The free throw, no good. Risky pass. Evan starts the drive. Rossi pulls it up from 18, gets it to go.
Excellent job by Rossi.
I don't always love 18-foot step backs, but if you can shoot it with that confidence, and you're a lefty shooter, so it's into the weekend of a righty shot blocker.
When Rossi comes in off the bench and he is ready to score, he is a difference maker. When Rossi comes in and he's tentative, not so much. So glad to see that. Great extra pass right there.
Great backside rebound by James and score the basket.
Great job by James. Again, that's what we were talking about earlier, Zach. Don't think that every shot's going to go in.
That's right.
And get on that. If you're a post player, get on that offside block, and you're gonna pick up maybe 6 to 8 trash shots.
Yeah. And Carter checks out, having opened 4 for 4 from 3 to start the game. And Jonathan Reed took his shot in the corner there. It didn't fall, but James, with great backside help, gets the and one finish. And with his opportunity to grow the lead at the free throw line, can't get it to fall. A little bit flat there. Like to see more leg bend. That was all.
Yes.
That was all shoulder and hips. Like to see a little more leg bend there. And
yes,
you really want to start that shot at the ball from the balls of your feet and shoot it all the way up to your wrist. Good block out there by James.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't throw that pass. Can't lob that. Carl Lambert's going to send that the other way. Rossi tees it up far side or near side corner, can't get it to go, but Deontay Washington takes one step back on the O board. Long three, can't get it to go.
Deontay was hot in the JV game.
Great block by Jonathan Reed.
By Jonathan. I'm really liking what I'm seeing out of Jonathan the last couple of games.
And good job by Rodney Hayden to call a timeout. That whole transition game got a little bit pulled apart.
Yes.
So he's going to call a timeout.
Yeah.
We'll see if it's a long one or a short one. It's a short one. We'll stay right here. 24-7, the Indians lead, 31.3.
And Zach,
remaining in the first quarter.
Are you kidding me? It's 24-7. What was the score when we played Guthrie at Guthrie about 3 weeks ago? Folks, this is what Zach and I keep telling you. This young team is coming together, and we've got another year with every one of them, except for Dom and for Rossi. And we're going to miss them. That's for sure. But we've got freshmen. Coach Hayden throws in freshmen left and right off the bench. And not just freshmen, but contributing freshmen.
And Coach Hayden has an interesting balance. There's a lot of structure to the game. He still runs a lot of set plays, but there's a lot of freedom. He lets kids play. You know, there for a while, the game of basketball was almost like football, just set play, set play, set play.
Correct.
And kids and young basketball players didn't know how to just play.
Yeah.
So coaches started opening the gyms up on Sunday nights and Friday evenings and letting kids learn how to just play basketball again, and then learning how to incorporate that free play with the structure of a set-based offense. 15 seconds on the clock. El Reno leads 24-7. 12 seconds on the clock. Rossi hesitates, kicks it back. Deontay Washington, 5 seconds on the clock. Comes off the Trey Davis ball screen. Rossi in the corner, tees it up, long three, near side corner, can't get it to go.
I think it was blocked.
Yeah.
I think number 11 got a piece
I think he
of
did
that.
too. At the end of the first.
11 Clark.
Yep, at the end of the first, El Reno leads 24-7. You're watching Indian basketball. We'll step away, be right back.
Right now for more information.
Team up with Pioneer iVideo and start streaming the most popular TV shows and movies from your favorite devices today. Download the iVideo app and start watching anywhere in your home using Pioneer Internet. Each package includes free high-definition and cloud DVR features like video on demand, Restart TV, and Replay TV, just in case you forget to record a program. Visit GoPioneer.com for more details and compatible devices. Some restrictions apply.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
We're back to Jink Simmons, the possession arrow in favor of the Indians, who are looking at a 24-7 lead. Only 2 team fouls for the Indians. And
hey, Zach, I want to take a moment to give a young man a great shout-out. Evan Roman knows, could care less how many points he scores. He has his, just like this,
there's the assist.
Beautiful assist. He has his handprint on every ball game and almost every play. Very unselfish young man.
Very reminiscent of Leslie Valdez. A little more of a scorer than Valdez, but still in the mix.
Yeah.
Anytime there's a 50-50 ball in play, Evan's going to be in the vicinity.
Yeah, and such a team player.
Yeah. If he needs to go for 20 to get the win, he'll go for 20. If he can go for 0 and just play. And Trey Davis with us. And by freshman standards, we'll say he hammers it home. By the time he's a junior, he'll be ripping the basket off the wall.
Yes. Yes, as Zach says all the time about Trey, get that boy in the weight room and he is going to be something to deal with.
The answer 3.
Or should I say something with which to deal for all of my
for
English language arts people.
And
there
another assist.
Again.
Yeah, another flip pass.
Beautiful job. Evan is shredding the zone right now.
That's a pretty soft foul there, Kurt. The official thought it was soft too. And when we say that, people at home don't understand. If official loves a call, they're going to put a lot of air in that whistle.
Yes.
If they're not real sure, they're just going to sort of flirt with it, just tweak it a little bit.
Yeah.
But if you're confident, you got to put air in that thing. Make it squeak.
And this young man, if fans understand what this young man just did, they should be on their feet giving him a round of applause.
And Evan checks out. James checks in, so a little bigger lineup here for Coach Hayden.
Yeah, what I definitely like about what I'm seeing tonight with Trey is there were a couple shots that he missed last night. And young man is a freshman. He could hang his head. He has gone to work tonight. I'm really proud of him.
If you want to be a prolific scorer, you have to have a short memory. And he's going to nearly got that one to fall.
Absolutely.
What happened last night ended when the clock read 0. And you're right back at it again tonight, putting shots up.
Yeah, we have played several teams that have played us in a zone. Coach Hayden has made a great adjustment tonight and a great wrinkle in getting that ball quickly into the center of the lane, and then it's like pick your poison. This one can score or he can drive on you, especially when it's Evan in with left hand. Or drop it down, and right then you just saw a high-low with 2 post players. Excellent job.
1 for 2, the freshman center goes. El Reno leading 31-13. Ooh, that's soft.
Good hands by Rossi.
Wow, that's soft. And they're going to get Rossi. They're going to say he pushed him. That's awfully soft.
It's good hustle.
Rossi
excellent job by Rossi.
Rossi checks out, and Carter, I believe, checked back in there. Good job by Deontay Washington fighting through that. And
challenge.
No block out. Still no block out. You give him that many looks, he's going to make one.
Yes.
Put a body on him, and if you get called for a foul driving his butt out of bounds, so it goes. But make a statement. Long ball by Jonathan Reed goes.
Very nice by Jonathan. Jonathan, like I told you earlier in the JV game, he was shooting not threes, but he was shooting and getting his shot down, and it paid off. Great job, Jonathan.
Good job by James to secure that rebound, and Guthrie wants to answer the 3. Every time we make one, Guthrie's going to come down and pull the trigger.
Correct.
You got to keep it out of the hands of the – Carter regretted that immediately. Still
good
challenged
challenge.
it. Yep, James secures the rebound. But he gets his pocket picked.
Yeah.
And Coach Hayden in the ear of officials saying, how's that not a foul? And I think Coach Hayden's got a little merit to his argument there.
Yeah, I still like the old school. When you get a rebound, you've got to pull over.
Great pass.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness
Strong finish
gracious.
with his left hand. Great job.
He threw that on a string at about 60 miles an hour.
That was nice. And Coach Hayden is giving him big-time props.
Yeah.
He's like, that's a great pass.
Yeah, and not only is that a nice finish around the basket, that's a tough catch.
Yes, it is.
Because you're coming to that ball, and that ball's coming at you in a hurry, and he forces a travel. So Jonathan Reed and James Revelis in there on the double team.
Excellent job.
Just inside 5 to play. El Reno up 36-17 on the Guthrie Blue Jays. Deontay Washington calls his own number long, and they're going to get Jonathan Reed for a push in the back. Good call.
Yep, he did.
Yep.
Trying to carve out a little space for himself.
And instead of pushing, if he just wedges, we call it jamming, right? You jam that man in, or even block him out facing the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Long shot, long rebound. You know it's going to come over your head. Seal him like you're posting up and let that ball come to you.
Correct.
I mean, they force a turnover to get the ball back, so no harm, no foul on the Jonathan Reed turnover. Topai will check in. Deontay Washington, maybe? Yeah, Deontay will check out. And Topai wearing the old school Converse, not as old school as 34, but still a retro look on his high tops tonight. Great crossover by Carter. He's going to attack with some momentum. Can't get it to fall. Good closeout by Trey Davis on a mismatch there. That's not the matchup Trey wants if he can help it.
No.
And you can see him directing traffic. When you're that deep man, when you're that help side, you've got to be able to talk, and Trey's doing a good job of that.
Yeah, that was a good challenge by him too, and he didn't pick up a cheap foul.
When you're the deep man and help side in a man-to-man defense, you're the point guard of the defense. You're the middle linebacker. You're calling picks. You're calling screens. You're calling matchups. You're helping guys rotate, and somebody's out of position. You go grab them by the back of the jersey and drag them and push them out into their position.
Correct.
Because you're the only one who can see all the ball, the man, and the floor all at the same time. Great baseline spin, and he's going to get 2 out of it. You start to wonder, though, he's carried a lion's share of the load for the post-play work this year. Now,
yes,
as Trey has improved, and obviously we're down a postman right now. We expect him back. We're down Jacob tonight. We expect him back.
Yes.
But his missing about 6 weeks, puts a lot on James in terms of minutes, and it also puts a lot on James in terms of hits. And those hits add up.
They add up. Yes, they do. I'm quite sure the young man has been to the chiropractor a couple of times.
Oh, yeah. He goes because he's an athlete. I go because I hurt myself sleeping yesterday. Great job to force that turnover. Oh, he doesn't force it, but James, they're going to get James for a push on the sideline.
And he did.
He did.
Just a little nudge.
And if you just don't make contact, he's leaning out of bounds already. Stand there, keep your hands up, let him fall out of bounds. If he throws it off of you, he throws it off of you.
Yes.
And who was that?
Great minutes by Jonathan Reed.
Yeah.
And now we've got Dom back in.
James called for his first, team's 6th. 5 team fouls called against Guthrie. 3:30 to play in the first half. El Reno up 37-19. Great cover by Carter, and then he manages to stay in his space. And the Guthrie coach asking for help, but Carter did a good job of staying in his space. And if you're the Guthrie shooter, jump into that contact.
Correct.
When Carter's in the air, jump into him. So Guthrie's got to help themselves out a little bit there. Travel. Yep, good call.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good call. He shuffled him. Now, Coach Hayden, I don't think is disagreeing with the travel. I think they're saying he was fouled before the travel. It was holding him from behind.
Yes.
Makes the bear hug motion. They're going to get Dom. I believe that's his 2nd. Dom with a hit.
Yeah, and Dom looked at Coach and said, yeah, I got him on the elbow.
Yeah. 7th team foul. Yeah, they missed that one, and that's a correctable error.
So 1-1 for Guthrie.
There are 4 correctable errors in the rule book. That's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
One of the 4 is failing to award an earned free throw. But you only have so many possessions, so many dead balls to correct it. First free throw up and good. 20-37 now the Indian lead.
And this officiating crew, Zach, hasn't got all of them right, but they have done a very good job.
Boy, and I remember when this used to be a poorly officiated game, but I'd take this every matchup.
Yes.
And it's not a knock on these officials. Somebody was asking this in between games, what do you think of the officiating? And I told him it's the second best crew we've seen all year.
Yes.
Great pass by Dom, but couldn't handle it. Dom threw that perfect. I don't think Trey was expecting it.
No, it was a beautiful pass by Dom.
Good job by James to jump that. He decided, I'm not going to give 13 a chance at this. I'm going to go cut in front of him and catch it up on the high point. Carter found himself a little too open, but Trey puts that back.
Offensive board by Trey.
39-21, the Indians lead. 2:12 to play in the first half.
I believe that's 8 for Trey.
Topai challenges it from the back. I don't know that he got a piece, but it was enough to at least throw him off. And good job by James. He came to contact as soon as he was guarded. Nice, easy bounce pass.
Yeah.
And Carter Roman knows.
Yeah, so James looking every bit of a point guard right there.
And you seeing him handle the ball a little more confidence than he has earlier. He had a couple of times against Del City, wasn't wasn't dribbling it real confident, but he came down the floor with authority.
Yes.
Minute 40 to play. Good job by Dom. Finds Carter, and he gets that one to fall.
You know,
That's his fifth.
That was all set up by Dom's fake.
Yes.
Brought the defender to him, kicked it over to the corner, and there we go. Found red hot Carter Romanos.
Good job by Carter to pull that hand back.
Yes.
And there, air ball. In the El Reno student section is a great time to be chanting air ball, air ball.
Correct.
They say a good home student section's worth 5 points a game.
Yes.
And ours at times has been worth 7 or 8, I think. We approach 60 seconds to play in the first half. El Reno leading 44-21. Finds Carter. Carter tees it up on the back of the Evan pass. Can't get it to fall, but Evan and James mix it up. And both players knew they had held the ball, but no whistle blew, so they just sort of stopped.
Yeah, and very smart play by Evan right there, because he would have came over the guy's back, and he just jumped up and came right back down without trying to get the ball.
52 seconds on the clock. 44-21, the Indian lead.
Good defense by the
Good job by
Indians.
Matt. Matt almost got himself a charge there.
Yes.
Almost baited one. Oh, Carter, hang on to it. There you go. Find Matt running. Matt in traffic gets
Excellent
it to fall.
job.
Matt was a little bit out of sorts, but he did a good job of slowing down. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, my gosh. That's terrifying, Kurt. Yeah, my goodness gracious. Yeah, that was just wrong place, wrong time by both guys there.
Right.
James never saw him. James was watching that. He went to jump that pass, and 34 slipped underneath him.
Correct.
And so it's going to be, I think, an official's timeout to get this young fella checked out. I don't know if Guthrie brought an athletic trainer with him, but Alex Bray, the El Reno athletic trainer, looking forward, trying to figure out, do I need to go have a conversation with this young fella?
That should be on the officials as an injury timeout, shouldn't it?
Yeah,
Zach?
yeah. I don't think they're going to book either team here.
Okay.
It was a foul without a doubt. 24.8 on the clock. El Reno leads 46-21, and glad to see that young man up. And he hit hard. I can't tell if he slapped the back of his head, but the good news is, even if he did, he's got a nice mullet laying back there to help him.
The coach asked him if he hit the back of his head,
Yeah.
and he said no, and he pointed to his hip.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, hard fall. He's still going to hurt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's still going to be a little worse for the wear.
Yeah,
but glad to
because
see nobody hurt. And I know as soon as, and that's one of those.
He was probably about 2.5 feet in the air, and no break in the fall.
And you saw there, and so you'll notice they subbed a free throw shooter here, which they can do on an injury. And as soon as James made contact, they were both about 2.5 feet airborne there. As soon as James made contact, he knew there's no pretty way out of this.
Yes.
And I've been there. I've been the guy making that contact. I've been the victim of that contact. It's not malicious.
No.
It's hard, and you get twisted up, and you try to find a way to tuck your chin, protect your head, and try not to break anything on the way down. It's really the best you can do. Carter from his spot in the corner, his first miss of the night. His first miss in 2 games from there.
Yes. From there.
Yeah, from that spot. No good. Zeros on the clock. The Indians have doubled up. Guthrie.
Great half of basketball.
Absolutely. We're going to try and get an interview for you here. We'll see if Coach Douglas is able to join us. We did speak to her briefly in the pregame. So we'll see if she's able to join us. If she is, we'll bring that to you. And if not, we'll be back after the half. You're watching Indian basketball. We'll be right back.
Naples-Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples-Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Team up with Pioneer iVideo and start streaming the most popular TV shows and movies from your favorite devices today. Download the iVideo app and start watching anywhere in your home using Pioneer Internet. Each package includes free high-definition and cloud DVR features like video on demand, Restart TV, and Replay TV, just in case you forget to record a program. Visit gopioneer.com for more details and compatible devices. Some restrictions apply.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Dieselhorst, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Dieselhorst, and we are here to help.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging work seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorse Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorse get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Team up with Pioneer iVideo and start streaming the most popular TV shows and movies from your favorite devices today. Download the iVideo app and start watching anywhere in your home using Pioneer Internet. Each package includes free high-definition and cloud DVR features like video on demand, Restart TV, and Replay TV, just in case you forget to record a program. Visit gopioneer.com for more details and compatible devices. Some restrictions apply.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every...
Welcome back, Jinx Simmons Fieldhouse. El Reno leads 46-23 during the halftime break. Still got about 2 minutes left in the intermission period. A couple of folks we wanted to thank. First, the new maintenance supervisor, Chuck Atchison, the head of technology, Elliot Robertson, his right-hand man, Eric Vandergrift. As always, Cole Owen, who is our technical support for the broadcast team. Elliot, Eric did a great job of outfitting our new broadcast booth, and Chuck and his staff did a great job of building our broadcast booth for us. Friday is the District Teacher of the Year presentation, but the site teachers, and of those, one will be the District Teacher of the Year. The site teachers have already been selected. Hillcrest is the Teacher of the Year for Hillcrest, Serenity Jennings. At Rose Witcher, Leanne Tucker. Lincoln Learning Center is Austin Little Robler, Jessica Crane. Edadale Junior High is Elizabeth Fells. El Reno Learning Center is Michael Pruitt and Brian Rooks, the Teacher of the Year at El Reno High School. So congratulations to those folks, and of those, one will be the District Teacher of the Year on Friday. So big congratulations to those teachers, and thanks to all the people who've outfitted us with this nice new production booth up here, high above Jinx Simmons and surrounded on all sides by the outstanding El Reno student section. A little bit new for them. They've been given a few instructions to quit shaking our camera, but we're sort of in their space, so it'll take them a few games, but they'll get used to us being here. El Reno with the ball to start the second half. Skip pass to Dom. Dom fakes the inside pass. Evan Romano's back to Dom. Dom tees up his own number long three. Short, can't get it to go. Into the front court come the Blue Jays. Good cover on the edge by Dom. Just going bounce for bounce with him. Good job by Carter breaking down there, not sprinting at the shooter. Evan fights over the top. James helps. 17-foot pull up, no good. Last touch by Carter. You've seen a little bit of that freshman mental mindset there by Carter, running to the rim. As a freshman, he's more athletic than most of the folks in his grade.
Yes.
But against a varsity opponent, you're going to have to block out. Your instinct is going to have to change. And that's something that Coach Hayden will coach out of him.
Yes.
He'll coach that instinct out, and his instinct's going to be to find a body and not find the ball.
Well, I'm sure with Carter's ability that he has been used to being the big dog on the floor.
Oh, absolutely.
And so there's a lot bigger dogs, like 6'10".
Lots of athleticism in that Roman nose family.
Yes.
Matt Topai tries the long ball, gets it to go. So
Topai for three.
I know, Zach, if there are any young players that play post or power forward, watch Evan Roman knows. He always, almost always, I'm not going to say always, almost always makes the right decision where to pass it, to whom to pass it.
And a great pass from Carter to James, and James gets the roll.
Yeah, Evan hit the floor hard down here.
He's hanging on to that right hip a little bit. And sometimes on those stingers, the best thing you can do is play through them.
Correct.
If you go sit down, you're going to get tight. You've got to
like
play
we were
it
talking
loose.
about Pauline in the girls' game. You know, she's got to work through it. And she did.
6 minutes to play. El Reno on top by 26, 51-25. Looking across, I see Matt Goucher, the assistant superintendent and current superintendent in waiting, as Craig McVeigh will end his 30-plus year tenure in public education. And next to Mr. Goucher is Chuck Atchison, the now former football coach and new director of maintenance, head of maintenance, took over for Wes Brower when Wes retired. And hopefully a lot less stress on Chuck than the football program tends to lean.
Correct.
Head coach in football becoming a younger and younger man's game, I think.
Yes.
And then seated next to Chuck is Brad Baker, one of our school board members.
Yes.
So glad to see Mr. Baker out here joining us and supporting those who support him.
And I look across the way and I see
great job by Dom.
Great block out.
And he's still being held.
Yes.
Topai in transition, can't get it to go.
Excellent challenge by the big man for Guthrie and not fouling.
Interesting no call there.
Yeah.
Awful lot of contact. Of course, the officials, I don't think they've sounded their whistle, but for a dead ball.
Correct.
This entire half. Yeah, no fouls either way.
Good inside interior pass.
Yeah, and James got a little bit low.
Yeah, he did.
Yep. And this is a game as an official, it's hard to stay connected to this game because of the discrepancy in the score.
Right.
And sometimes that's when players get hurt.
Well, and one of the things that I will give James credit for is it's very seldom that he gets to post up against somebody that's smaller than him. 9 times out of 10, he's posting up against 6'5", 6'6", 6'7",
and he's
6'8".
And he's used to putting that full body weight to hold that. In this case, that full body weight ended up putting him 2 or 3 feet behind the glass under the backboard and really out of play. Offensive foul, illegal screen is going to be called here.
Excellent job by Dom, again, fighting through the screen, using his quickness.
We're going to call that against number 1. Timeout, Guthrie. That's their second timeout. They've got 3 remaining, and based on the posture, it looks like it's going to be the short one if they've got it. And they do it short timeout, 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here.
And Zach, you were talking about the Teacher of the Year, and since we have early release, why don't you tell our good folks and viewers where they can watch that and find out who the Teacher of the Year for El Reno Public Schools is.
Absolutely. Friday afternoon, about 2:30, early release for the high schools at 2:10. I think the rest of the buildings are on a staggered schedule, working backwards from that.
Correct.
So at the auditorium at the high school, about 2:30, Friday afternoon, we're going to have the District Teacher of the Year presentation on the auditorium stage. So tune in to ElRenoIndians.tv. We're going to bring you that. You don't have to come out in person. We're still very cognizant that COVID is a very real threat in our lives. So stay at home, stay safe.
Yes.
But join us. Log into ElRenoIndians.tv.
Yeah.
Be the same place you find all the ball games.
Yeah, and Zach, I know every one of these teachers, and it would be hard for me to choose one.
Yes.
They are all fantastic and great representatives for El Reno Public Schools.
Good step through, and Carter knocks it down from his favorite corner.
Job. That is number 6. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's by my math.
And probably at least 4 of those have been assisted by Big Brother setting him up.
Oh, yeah. Good cover by Carter there, too. And Guthrie's trying to overcomplicate it a little bit.
Yes.
They've seen Dominic handle the ball, so they think they all want to handle the ball like that.
Correct.
Good defense by Dom. That shot goes in, it goes in.
Yeah.
But Dom didn't bite on the fake. When he spun back in. Dom held his ground, hands straight up in the air.
Dom is an excellent defender.
Topai tries to capitalize on the Roman, the Evan Roman nose assist, can't get it done. 54-29, the Indians lead with 4 minutes to go in the third. Matt, good job by Evan sprinting the floor to deflect that out.
What can I say? He is a utility man.
Absolutely.
I guess that would be the best way to talk about him. Like if he was a baseball player, he could play the outfield, he could pitch, he could catch. Evan Roman Nose does absolutely everything that makes the El Reno Indians successful.
3:42 to play in the third quarter. El Reno leads 54-29, and that pass intercepted by Evan Roman Nose. Kicks it ahead to Topai. He's going to try and score on his own. Steps through. That should have been a dead ball when Evan grabbed the net there, but it wasn't. And they're going to get Topai for a charge or a travel? Charge.
I would have liked to seen him kick that ball out. He had Evan spotted up in the corner.
And to be honest, I think it's the right call, but it's an awfully weak call.
Yes.
I mean, there was contact, but we've seen harder contact tonight. And not that any of it's been dirty. That's a hard finish for three there, and good defense by Carter and Evan. They had him squeezed in and gave him no choice but to try to throw it backwards over his head. Ooh, that knee snapped. You got to be careful on those.
I know. I think El Reno Nation took a collective sigh of relief when the young man was like, okay, I'm good.
Carter off the rebound. If that goes in, he's just having a career night. They're going to get, I think, Matt for a hold here.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the things that we've alluded to already tonight is the blocking out. And that has to be done. It's an early preparation, and it has to be rear end and gut, and it has to be contact, because when we're playing the taller teams, when they come up over your back, you've got to make sure that that official knows that they came up over your back.
What a great job by Carter. He took the charge, no whistle. He hopped up and immediately reached in and ripped it free.
Correct.
He was the last one to touch it. And I agree with the no call.
That kid has, for a freshman, has the best poker face I've ever seen. His expression never changes.
Looks like he may have taken a finger to the eye there.
Yeah, you don't see him get frustrated.
And he just stripped that one loose.
Yeah.
Vince Walker grabs it and throws it to him. Rossi spots up far corner three, no good.
The JV rose in unison behind the bench.
Yeah, but I'm glad to see that's a travel. I'm glad to see Vince Walker, getting some action tonight.
Yes.
54-31, the Indian lead 23 with 2 to play in the third. And Guthrie content to run their it's like a 2-3 zone really. A little bit of an atypical rotation out of it, but a 2-3 zone nonetheless. This, I think, has to be, I guess that's his last 30-second timeout. So, $1:47 on the clock in the third. El Reno leads 54-31. Join us Friday at 2:30 for Teacher of the Year on ElRenoIndians.tv. And then head on down to Midwest City, Carl Albert on the east side. If you can't make it, as always, ElRenoIndians.tv will bring you buzzer-to-buzzer action for both the guys and the girls. Yep. So join us there. And then next week, let's go ahead and bring you next week's schedule while I'm thinking about it. I don't have to go off of memory, because my wedding date is engraved on the inside of my ring, so I don't have an excuse to forget. The problem is, as I get older, it gets harder and harder to see that date on the inside of my ring.
Very true.
So Tuesday the 15th, we are at Bishop McGinnis. El Reno lost a nail-biter to McGinnis. I think an overtime game to McGinnis here.
It was an overtime.
Early, well before Christmas, and this team's gotten much better in that time frame. And then
it was our first game.
Yep, and then Thursday the 17th is the makeup game, so we will be at Noble.
Yes,
Noble Bears, and
that's correct.
They've got a beautiful facility to play basketball in down there.
Do.
And then on Friday the 18th, we're right back here for senior night. Carter teased that one up. I think that's only his second miss from that spot in the last 2 games. And even that was a little bit off where he wanted to be. He was a little bit high.
Correct.
He really likes to be deep, nearly Larry Legend behind the backboard deep there. Hard drive by Rossi, draws contact, count the basket.
Excellent job by Rossi.
And a good job by the white jerseys to get in there and Rossi ended up in a mess of arms and legs, and they got in there, separated that. Sometimes the best thing the officials can do is let the players self-police.
Zach, I want to give a shout out to Tilly, the young man that took the very hard fall.
Yep.
He has not re-entered the game.
No.
And we just hope he's okay.
Oh, yeah.
And our thoughts and prayers are going to be with him, and hopefully everything is good.
And I suspect with the deficit being 25 and 90 seconds to go before the fourth quarter, don't suspect we're going to see him again. I mean, not say, assuming there's nothing preventing him from playing, let's just keep him out. And a throw-in line violation against Guthrie on the back of the made free throw is going to give El Reno the short court, so to speak. Starting to see a little bit of frustration, I think, just from the mental errors, and a great assist Carter Roman knows to Trey Davis.
And an excellent seal by Trey right then. He got the defender on the high side, showed with his hand where he wanted the ball. Great job.
If you're throwing a bounce pass, you throw it to the hand. If you're throwing a lob, you lead him to the front of the rim.
Correct.
Inside 60 to play, El Reno up 28. Carter's going to lead the break, and this young man's got some leap. We'll see if he decides to go big. He doesn't. Ooh.
Huh?
And Coach Hayden says, we don't just throw it out of bounds there, boss. We don't just throw it out of bounds there. Are you kidding me? And the official's just ignoring him. You have to. What are you going to say? You got it wrong. 40 seconds on the clock. And a great help there by Rossi. And a great help by Vince on the back of the Rossi help.
Yes.
30 seconds, El Reno has a chance to score before the break.
Anytime that post player brings the ball to his or her knees, they're fair game.
He's going to give it. Oh, I thought he was going to send it black. I actually think that should have been Guthrie's ball, but that's a tough call to make when you just ate your whistle. And then you're standing right in front of Coach Hayden.
Correct.
That's a tough call there. 13 seconds on the clock. El Reno content to run this out. 10 seconds. That's going to be a turnover. Not the way you want to end the quarter, but a loose ball. Still in the mix. 3 on the clock. 2 on the clock. And they're going to get a foul? Oh, they're going to get the Guthrie man for rolling over.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
Good call.
Yep. And a patient whistle. So the closest official was standing right on top of that play.
Yes.
And he had bodies in front of him. That player rolled over. His partner on the far side said, I got you. Don't worry about it. That's part of the overlapping coverage concept and three-person officiating.
Correct. What I liked about that whole play.
Rossi pulls that one up, and he gets it to go.
Nice shot by Rossi. What I liked about that whole play, Zach, is that Carter made an errant pass, got it picked off. The second he did, he ran and he started digging for that ball, and we came up with a loose ball. Had the walking violation on Guthrie. Ran a beautiful inbound play to Rossi Carter and Rossi Harjo, excuse me.
Yeah.
3 points. Yeah. Excellent job. Beautiful inbound play by Coach Hayden, by the way.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that
one.
No,
that's a new look.
I really like that.
That's a new look. As the intermission between the third and fourth periods draws down, El Reno, I think at the end of every period so far, have doubled up, or nearly, but in any event, we're doubled up 30, 62-31, the Indian lead.
And this is the case that you and I were talking about earlier in the girls' game, too. Get those younger players that normally don't get a whole lot of playing time and give them the opportunity to show what they've been working hard on all year long.
Oh, absolutely.
And impress Coach Hayden.
And big thanks to Glenn Miller, catching all the action, the sports writer and sports director there at the El Reno Tribune, and covers not just Indian athletics but also Calumet and Union City. And
correct.
And I think today was one of the opening rounds of the OERS tournament.
Oh, nice.
or ORES, Oklahoma Rural School folks, whatever that is.
Yes.
Because
ORES.
ORES.
Yes.
3-point basket good there. I know Banner.
Darlington, Maple.
Banner dropped
a lot.
Riverside. Banner dropped their matchup today to Oakdale. They're on the east side of Edmond.
Yes.
But the rural school tournament has started. A great step-through move by Jonathan Reed, the 15-footer off of 1 foot.
Excellent job. Jonathan is playing with a little bit of a swagger now, and I really like that.
Building some confidence.
Like I said, he looked good. And, you know, Coach Hill, Coach Workman do a great job with them. Coach Beavers with the JV teams, and they were very successful tonight.
Number 3 pulls a long three, no good.
About a 25-point win.
And glad to see 34 back out here.
Yes.
He took a heck of a spill earlier.
He did.
He sat for the rest of the half and then all of the third quarter. So we're glad to see him out here.
Absolutely.
And I don't know that he's out here maybe for matchup purposes, but it may just be to stay loose. And that ball, Rossi just battled to hang on to that basketball, and it just
had a mind of its own.
Yeah. And for those who haven't ever dribbled a basketball a lot, when you bounce that, you put a little bit of spin on it to make it move the way you want. And if that spin doesn't catch, if that spin doesn't kick the way you think it does, you're going to chase it for days.
He's going to redeem.
And Vince off the glass.
Vince.
Yep,
Vince.
glad to see Vince Walker on the score there.
You know, and you got to love Vincent Walker. He doesn't get a whole lot of playing time as far as playing time goes, but
when he does,
every time he gets on the floor, he makes.
He's going to find a way to get in the scorebook.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yep. And they're going to get 15 on the hold, and I think that's Rossi, and he's grabbing his right knee. And head athletic trainer, Alex Bray out there. Is that Rossi or is that Vince? That's Rossi.
That's Rossi.
A little bit hobbled coming up, and he's favoring. I can't tell if he's favoring the right ankle or the right knee. He was grabbing at his right knee.
Yes.
It may be worth subbing this young fella out. Let somebody shoot his free throws for him and park him for the night and let him get prepared for that Carl Albert game.
Yes.
Only 5 fouls total called this half. Long three, can't get it to go. That trigger pulled by Josiah Ravelis, the younger. And then he's going to pick up a foul there. Can't get the three to go, and they're going to get him with a push in the back.
He played an exceptional JV game to start the night.
That's right.
And good to see him out on the floor.
Good defense.
A matter of fact, Zach, if you look on the floor for the El Reno Indians, we have 4 freshmen. We have 4 freshmen and our senior, Vincent.
Yep. And a good opportunity for Vince to lead his team, to lead his offense. Cut and fill. Drive coming a little bit off balance, but Trey Davis on the rebound gets it to go.
Excellent job by Trey.
And if you're watching at home and you know Trey Davis gets a lot of varsity minutes, you say, why is he playing? This is the future. This is who he's going to be playing with in the coming years.
Yep.
This is going to be Rodney's 3, 4, and 6, 7, 8 man off here.
You talk about a deep team. Next year, we are going to be deep because so many freshmen have got so much playing time this year.
Trey Davis on the roll, can't get it to go, but he draws the foul. Good job. And the official, I don't think if that ball goes in, the official hits that.
Right. I agree.
Yeah. And at this point, to the official's credit, this has been a fairly well officiated game. It really has. And to the official's credit, they're doing what they need to do to keep the players safe. They're not banging on calls that don't need to be incidental contact or maybe contact that if this was a tight game, they'd officiate differently. But game well in hand, all they're trying to do, keep players safe, let players play, let them get their minutes in, let them get their reps. 69-40, the Indian lead with just under 5 to play. That one rims out, can't get it to fall. On the floor for the Indians, Deontay Washington, Vince Walker, Josiah Ravelis. I've got to make sure I get that right. Ravelis. Trey Davis, and Jonathan Reed. Trey tips that one around, keeps it alive. Deontay Washington, great job handling through that traffic there. A little bit of a hand check, but he says, I'll fight through it. Vince tees that up near side corner, can't get it to go, but kept alive and nearly gathered. Good job by Jonathan running down. He's going to challenge it, but you can't foul. Foul doesn't hurt you. Well, it hurts you. It doesn't kill you here, but you can't give that up. If you're going to foul, you got to foul.
Yeah, just make your run through and make it a little bit more difficult, but don't make contact.
And if you're looking and you're seeing a lot of these same Guthrie Blue Jays on the floor, they've only got 2 sitting on the bench right now, so really shallow bench.
Yes.
So it's not – it's similar to that situation Capitol Hill was in. They had nobody. They only had, I think a total of 7.
Correct.
And so Guthrie – trying to keep their players safe, but they don't, and get up, but also get them some time. And there's really no subs of any kind. And last touched out of bounds, and Coach Hayden says, I know what you guys are doing, but you got to call that foul. 69-43, the Indians lead, and turnover.
Yeah, Deontay threw the pass
he got in a hurry.
Instead of making Trey 7'4", he made him 5'4".
Yeah. And this is a very different Guthrie Blue Jay team than what we saw at Guthrie when Kurt and Cole were both out and under the weather. And call that on the floor.
It's good hands by Trey right there.
Yes.
The knees is not where a 6'5" post wants the ball delivered very often.
Throw that ball high.
Yes.
And Deontay got a little bit of a hurry last time.
Correct.
I know your first look there is to Trey.
Yes.
But you've got options out of it. Oh, if Trey turns to his right, he's got Deontay Washington teed up right there. Run through your options. Don't get fancy. Get head and shoulders past. Good job, Deontay, and he scores.
Excellent job by Deontay.
Going deeper into the bench. 44 is going to be Jaden Robinson. He's going to go
straight
check
up.
Yep. Hard crossover by Deontay Washington. Double crossover into traffic. Don't get fancy. Don't turn it over. Vince dials that one up long ball. Can't get it to go, but Josiah stays in the mix and tries to keep it alive, but into the hands of number 11. And good job, Vince, to run that all the way to the basket and force the man to change his shot. Correct. And that was in. He tried to get fancy there. He missed the open man. He threw it across the floor with one hand. Yeah. And these are some of the mistakes that these freshmen that are making these mistakes just haven't seen as much court time as.
That's
right. Trey Davis got a lot of court minutes. Carter Romano's starting as a freshman in 5A, playing like a junior or a senior.
Yes.
And they're not making those mistakes. And those mistakes don't kill you, and you make them today so you don't make them tomorrow, and you don't make them at Carl Albert, and you don't make them at McGinnis.
Correct.
It's going to be that foul called against 13, his third, 6th team foul. Indians lead 71-45. This one well in hand. And checking into the game, number 0, Gavin Williams. 44, Jaden Robinson. So Coach Hayden digging deeper into his bench to continue to shuffle the minutes around.
Excellent job by Trey. I think he ended up with about 12 points.
And it looks like
3 blocks.
Looks like Coach Hayden's going to the last man with a shooting shirt on, and that's Cole Strong, the senior. Doesn't see a lot of minutes, but puts in good effort on the practice team. And 2 free throws coming.
Yeah, I guarantee you one of the reasons why the Indians can handle the ball so well is because of people like Cole Strong on the scout teams.
Yep, giving them good looks.
It gives them good looks, works them
and
diligently.
Yeah, Connor Stevens, number 32, he's a JV All-Star.
Yeah.
He gets really good minutes in the JV contest. He's going to make a great relief forward. He's listed as a sophomore, so he's got a couple of years left. He's going to make a great relief forward to James and to Trey going forward. A little bit of arm fighting down here on the bottom. 32, Jaden Washington. Looks like they're washing the clothes with the elbows down there. And good effort by Cole Strong to force that turnover. He rode that man all the way down.
That was a great job.
Yep. Two minutes to play, and into the front court comes Gavin Williams. Got to be honest, folks, takes me a little bit longer. We don't see a lot of these numbers every day, so not as familiar with them on the roster. It's not a reflection of their ability, but rather my memory, I think, more than anything.
Good decision.
Great
right
pass
there.
by Connor, and Gavin's going to go shoot free throws. They're going to call that foul against 23. And seeing a lot of frustration from the Guthrie coaching staff. I mean, they gave El Reno everything they wanted at Guthrie.
Are they missing any players, Zach, from that game?
Oh, Kurt, that was 1,000 points ago.
I know,
I got to be honest with you. I'm not sure. I feel like they are. They had a full bench, and I don't see anybody from the JV contest on that bench today.
Correct.
So maybe, I don't know if the JV bus left or something. And, it could be a COVID situation. Could be guys in the doghouse.
It could be.
Maybe guys not getting their work in, not getting their weights lifted, not getting their film watched, and not doing those tangential things. Yeah, could be a grade situation. Absolutely. Good block out by Cole Strong against a much bigger number 32 there. Long three, dials it up, can't get it to fall, but Jalen Washington for the girls, so make sure I get that right. Jaden Washington Robinson in the mix there. I will get it right. Jaden Robinson fans, I promise. Not up and in. El Reno leads 48-72. So the stretch run, a few tough games ahead still for the Indians. A good job by Cole Strong. He steps through and finds Jaden Robinson. Jaden turns it over, but almost an assist there. And Gavin tries to get back and take a charge. And off the glass. Hustle. Yes. 50 seconds on the clock. El Reno up by 22. But really a 50-point win on paper.
Correct.
Yeah. El Reno dominated this game. Well, both the guys and the girls,
nice
buzzer to buzzer, and a one-handed floater.
Excellent move by Connor.
Long three. And he gets it front iron, top of the glass, and gets it to fall. So for our Guthrie Blue Jay fans, we thank you all for tuning in. We're inside 20 seconds to play, and across the timeline comes Josiah. And, Cole looked away from it there. Got a runner. We'll see if that's going to be an answer turnover. For the Blue Jay fans who joined us, we thank you very much for tuning in. For our Indian faithful who couldn't join us in person tonight or are joining as part of our broadcast, we thank you very much for tuning in for all of your El Reno athletics. Zeros on the clock. El Reno takes this one 74-53. Girls and guys go 2-0 tonight against the Blue Jays of Guthrie.
Yes, and I guess closing thoughts would be that after the close loss last night, adjustments were made, hearts, perseverance. It's been a long season for the young Indians, but they have grown every single game.
Oh, absolutely.
And the thing that I like the most about it is they don't seem to care who scores. There is no I in this team, as the old saying goes.
Absolutely.
And I honestly believe that. And Coach Hayden has done a very good job gelling this young team. And so join us Friday night.
That's right, Carl Albert.
If you can't go to Carl Albert, make sure that you join us. Where, Zach?
ElRenoIndians.tv. We'll bring you all the action from buzzer to buzzer. We want you to be there, but if you can't for whatever reason, tune in, join us live.
Yeah, and if you want to be a sponsor, how do they become a sponsor for us?
Go to ElRenoIndians.tv in the upper right corner. You'll see a blue button that says advertise. Click that, has all the information you need. But if you'd rather talk to a human about it, and I completely understand if you do, reach out to Brooke Robertson, the director of the community outreach director, for El Reno Schools. B. Robertson, common spelling. at elrenops.org, or Rodney Hayden, the Director of Athletics, R. Hayden, Haydon, at elrenops.org. For all of us here on our broadcast team, for Kurt Parker, Donovan Ramirez, Cole Owen in absentia tonight, we thank you all very much for tuning in. We'll see you in just a few days. Carl Albert High School, you've been watching Indian basketball. We will see you soon, and as Kurt always says,
go Indians!